Hello everyone, welcome back on my channel Shalini E-Learning Environment and We. And today in this video lecture I will be discussing about Western Ghat, say Western Ghat movement. Okay. So say Western Ghat movement. So initially, before starting with the movement part, the content I have covered in this video lecture is Western Ghat features, importance of Western Ghat, environmental challenges, background of movement, objectives of movement, leaders and participants, expert panel, and future prospect. So Western Ghats. So Western Ghats locally known as Sahyadri Hills, and it is also important biodiversity hotspot in India, and also declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2012. So these are some important points related to Western Ghat. So overall Western Ghat, it is a mountainous range cover area of about 1,40,000 kilometers square, and also a network of 22 rivers. The major rivers are Krishna, Kaveri and Godavari. So, and it is a parallel to west coast of Indian peninsula, including 6 states: Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Goa, Gujarat, started near the Songar district, and Maharashtra. Western Ghat is a hotspot, biodiversity hotspot, so that is why it is biologically rich and consists of unique flora and fauna, and high degree of endemism is found here. Basically, the endemic species which is very much unique to this region is among the reptile group and amphibians group, and it is also declared as World Heritage Site in 2012. It inhabits around or more than 30% of India's flora and fauna, which are protected through national parks, sanctuaries, and tiger reserve. So the important national park in this region, like Silent Valley National Park in Kerala, also covered the diverse forest ecosystem, because there is the annual rainfall rate is high in this region, so it consists of diverse forest ecosystem like tropical, subtropical, moist, deciduous, evergreen and broadleaf forest ecosystem. So importance is related to like it is a UNESCO site, heritage site, influence the Indian monsoon. Basically the southwest monsoon is originated from this region. Complex network of 22 rivers provide approx 40% of India's catchment area, perform important role in maintaining the hydrological cycle due to diverse forest, tropical and subtropical forest ecosystem, and watershed function. Major river originated here like Krishna, Kaveri and Godavari also play important role in carbon dioxide sequestration. Major carbon dioxide sink due to diverse forest ecosystem. Habitat to medicinal plants, and also consist of diverse local group and tribal community. So various environmental challenges are there because it is mostly the fragile ecosystem, most fragile ecosystem and ecological sensitive zone. So the various challenges are there like unregulated mining activity, because this region is rich in forest ecosystem, the type of forest is there, diverse flora fauna is there, also rich in mineral substances. So unregulated mining activity is one of the challenge. Continuous construction activity, because it is the hilly region and tourist spot basically. So various construction activities is there like construction of buildings, like industries, resorts, hotels, etc. Number of rivers have been used for hydroelectric dam construction, resulted in the loss of riverine ecosystem, which basically disturb the aquatic life, the biodiversity there, and also disturb the natural flow of water. So rapidly growing the network of roads, highways, railway lines, loss of habitat due to urbanization, agriculture, man and wildlife conflicts, increased population pressure. So these are the highlighting challenges of this region, Western Ghat. Now, this Western Ghat movement, so it was started for the sake of people's right and livelihood in Western Ghat. So movement derived from the local people. It started in the year 1986 for the conservation of biodiversity, nature, flora and fauna in the Western Ghat region. So the important objectives of this movement is to generate the awareness among the people about ecology and the related issue like denudation of forest, afforestation, conservation of wildlife, natural resources, etc. To learn about nature and extent of ecological destruction of Western Ghat, to expose the concerned authority and government to field situations so they view the ground reality, and to bring together voluntary organization working in region to formulate long-term ecological program to save Western Ghats. So the leaders and participants who took active participation in this movement, like Kumar Kalanand, coordinator of this movement, Pandurang Hegde was also actively participated in the APICO movement. It was for the forest protection. Kailash Chandra Malhotra, Anil Agarwal, founder of Center for Science and Environment Education, New Delhi, Shri Dharmpal, Shri Chandi Prasad Bhatt, actively participated in the Chipko movement. Thomas Matthew, which is he was a COE in Worldwide Fund for Nature. NGOs and coordinating committees are there, and around 169 men and women participated from 11 states. And foot march was taken as a action for this movement, which was completed in two parts. Northern part, which is started from the Maharashtra to Goa border, and southern part, which is started from the Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. Now, for the solution for finding out the way to protect the Western Ghat, the Madhav Gadigal Commission was formed in 2010, and a separate Western Ghat ecology expert panel was made under this commission, and they submitted the report in 2011 to Government of India. So the recommended points were that the entire hill range is ecological sensitive area in the Western Ghat, and it should be classified as ecological sensitive zone 1, 2 and 3. So ecological sensitive zone 1, which is a highly restricted zone and which is which prohibits all kind of developmental activities and human intervention. Constitution of this panel, expert panel, which is as a statutory authority under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The powers and roles are defined under Section 3 of Environmental Protection Act 1986. But after reviewing this report, which is submitted by this commission, the Government of India refuses to accept this report. So what were the point, what was the basis on for refusing this report? So the criticism including in the Gadigal report that complete ESA cover will hamper the development, criticism against the constitution of a new body which is Western Ghat Ecology Expert Panel. So states insist the protection can be given under the existing environmental laws, doesn't give a solution for revenue losses due to implementation of these Gadigal report commission, against dams which is crucial power sector. Now to resolve these issues again, Kasturi Rangan committee examined this expert panel and the recommendations which are made by the Gadigal commission. So this Kasturi Rangan committee is also called High Level Working Group, which is headed by Kasturi Rangan, and submitted the report in 2013 to Government of India. Various recommendations were laid there, like only 37%, which is about 60,000 square kilometer of total area, is to be brought under ecological sensitive area. A complete ban on sand mining, quarrying, in the ecological sensitive area. Distinguish between cultural and natural landscape. So cultural landscape, which is occupied by the human settlement, their livelihood, agriculture and plantation, horticulture, etc. And natural range, which covers the sensitive zone, ecologically fragile or sensitive, which so 90% should come under ecological sensitive area. Current mining area in ESA should be phased out within 5 years. No thermal power will be allowed and hydropower before environmental impact assessment. Red industries are completely banned or strictly banned, which are highly polluted, and 123 villages fall under the ESA, also be protected in this region. There were also some critics there on over the Kasturi Rangan reports that various environmentalists and NGOs raised the concern over this report that remote sensing and GIS aerial surveys method for the zonal demarcation like cultural land and natural landscape, and about 37% is only the ESA, is without examining the ground reality, which may cause many error in the report, and the power is vested with the bureaucrats, and it is more biased report, and forest officials, not with the Gram Sabha. So farmers feared the eviction if the Kasturi Rangan committee report is implemented over there, and left out many ecological sensitive areas. So now what is the way ahead and future prospects and solution for this? So Western Ghat state need to reconsider their stand in view of recent calamity. A different government regime as suggested by Gardigal panel may be required to administer the Western Ghats like WGEP, which is Western Ghat Ecology Expert Panel. So indeed the challenge is to set up the decentralized participatory institution to manage hilly region and river basin. The center should urge the state to accept the best in both reports, and there is need to respect the hydrological remediation capability of natural drain that aid in infiltration and groundwater recharge. River origin swamp sacred groves should be declared as heritage site and protected. So thank you for watching this video. If you find this video informative, so please like and subscribe my channel, and if you have any suggestions regarding the topics and issue, what should I covered in this on this channel, so please you may give your suggestion in the comment box, and thank you so much for your time.